the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode 180. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host Joel.
Yep.
As always, as I say in the beginning, sound like a broken record. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms: IG, X, uh, TikTok, anywhere, literally any platform we're on.
We there,
And
baby.
exactly, and including wherever you listen to the audio streaming podcast versions. So if you are on there, listening to us there, follow us on there, give us a like and a comment. So not much happened within the past 7 days, but we are going to talk about some stuff. We may do something at the end if we have enough time. If we don't, no worries, but we will get to that if we have time. But let's get right into what happened within the past 7 days, starting with Friday. Motor City Machine Guns finally
Yeah.
made their long-awaited debut in WWE.
It took some time, but they
Yeah,
finally got there. They finally made their way there.
what are your thoughts on that?
I thought it was cool. I don't know, like I feel like they did show like a video the week before, but
Yeah,
like with no context. Like they showed the skyline of Detroit, but like it was only like if you knew, you knew. Other
yeah.
than that, you didn't like people didn't really like look into it. And then announcing them the day of, I'm not gonna lie, did not like that.
Yeah, I guess.
How
But
did you feel? Did you like the way they were announced?
in the social media clip,
Yeah.
yeah. I figured they would do something like that because if you saw the reaction from when they actually debuted, it was like crickets in a
Yeah.
way. So I think they were expecting that to happen. So they were probably
Okay.
like, "All right, let's just introduce them on social media.
Okay.
Maybe people will find out about them that way." Because technically, they didn't really show them in the vignettes.
No, they
They
didn't.
just so people wouldn't have any idea.
Yeah.
All they said was MCMG.
Yeah.
So if you look that up, you probably
Oh,
get
did it
them
show
on.
that in the vignette? I didn't
Yeah,
even know that. Okay.
so that's why a lot of people were saying it's automatically them.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, if you searched up on Google, I guarantee you it would be Motor City Machine Guns. But
Yeah.
it was like at that point where it's like, all right, let's just do it now, show them now, and you know,
I don't
hopefully get a
know.
reaction that way.
It was tough. It was tough. I just didn't like the announcement of it. The match was cool. I get it. They're definitely gonna be number one contenders out the gate. Makes sense because you really who else you got in the tag
Yeah.
division. So it made like I wasn't mad at that. I was just mad at the way they did. Like I feel like you could have opened SmackDown with that. Like you
Okay.
could have opened with them backstage. Like that clip that you showed on Twitter, you could have just opened the show with that and kind of just announced it like that.
Okay. Yeah, that would have made sense. Yeah,
And
I
had it
guess
like
so.
the and just put like earlier today. This is what happened before SmackDown started. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
sometimes
That's
they show
true.
like people coming into the building and stuff like that. Like they could have showed that short clip. I was mad that it was just like, yeah, like you got to watch SmackDown.
It's a
Like I
way
would
for the
have,
people that tune in, I guess.
yeah.
To watch it and be like, it's them. But they did show them ahead of time. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It was me. It was just the reaction part. I think they knew they were gonna. It was kind of like a risk if they just debuted them without a video.
Yeah. Where were they?
What do you mean?
Like where was SmackDown last week? Do you know or no?
No,
Okay. No, because
they're
it's
in
always like
Brooklyn this week. I know that.
yeah, because I know it's always like weird towns they like to do debuts in. Like I always
Yeah.
tell this story with the Good Brothers that like they came like a week or two after the Mania after Raw, and they
Raw to Mania.
debuted like in Milwaukee and like
Yeah.
crickets, and it was like, oh man, like they didn't get a reaction. No one knew who they were. It was like, who's in Milwaukee? Like
Yeah.
no one ever
Yeah.
says, yo, you know what was a good wrestling town? Like no, not shitting on Milwaukee, but like you
Yeah.
always hear like Philly, New York, LA, you
Big
know what I mean?
towns. Yeah. Yeah.
Chicago, like there's hot spots for wrestling of like the smart fan that they want to call them, the that
Yeah.
knows who's who. So like, why would you debut them in a random spot? That's why I was just wondering where they were because I feel
Yeah.
like if they were in one of those hot spots, they would get a reaction. Like if they would have waited till this week
they
for
probably would have gotten
Brooklyn,
a reaction.
yeah.
But I guess
Well,
with that,
of course, it's not going to be like, oh my god, it would have been bigger than last week.
But the match that they're facing DIY, so they probably wanted that match to happen in Brooklyn.
Maybe, yeah.
So I mean, I would have preferred to see. I mean, I'm not going, but I'd love to go.
Yeah.
I would have rather see that match than see the debut match. You know
that
what I
is
mean?
True. Do you throw it on them, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it for the titles or is it like a qualifying thing?
Number one contender. This is the number one contender match.
Okay.
Tomorrow. So
okay.
The winner of tomorrow's match is.
So now you got to beat the champions to become number one contender.
They're not. DIY's not the champions.
Wait, I thought they were.
Bloodline is the champions.
Oh my god, I forgot the Bloodline has it. I was like, wait, so what the fuck is this? I was so fucking lost.
Yeah, this is Bloodline has the title, so
I forgot about that. I forget about them so much. First of all, hold on, we're not even gonna jump. We're gonna jump.
You're gonna jump, yeah.
I love the Bloodline. This past Monday, with Solo showing up to Raw, thought it was amazing. Thought it was amazing. Thought it was an awesome moment. Why'd they give them paper tickets? I think they're the only people in that building that had paper tickets. I never understood that. They always do that now. And they show the ticket as like, it don't work like that no more. Just show, like, you could just put your phone up and be like, yo, I got the QR.
You get the, ticket.
And then it's like, oh, you got a ticket. The fucking paper ticket. But yes, I forgot Bloodline was fucking tag champs.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that would be a good match. God versus and Morrison Machine Guns in WWE. Yeah. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Maybe that's a crown jewel match. I hope.
Yeah, should be. I feel like they wouldn't wait that long to do. Attack like for the belt. I feel like that would be the next pay-per-view.
Because
I don't think they beat DIY.
Yeah, I think it's too soon for the Guns to lose so soon.
Get out of here, DIY.
Yeah. I love DIY.
How many times I gotta tell you, old man?
No. It would be cool if it were like a triple threat tag match. If they do like a Bloodline get involved, and then like it's like, all right, now you face both of them instead of one.
I think they'll do that down the line either way.
For sure. I just feel like it's too soon to give the Guns a loss right now. You need to start them off hot. You know what I mean?
And whoever's fighting the Bloodline is winning.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think this is it because it makes sense because like they cost Jay the belt on Monday.
Yeah, which how did you feel about that? Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I mean that was happening anyways. You know, I mean, I would have loved to have seen Jay hold it for a longer period of time, but it's like that was kind of. I feel like for me personally, that was like the end result from when he won it.
Yeah, like once he won,
we knew it was going to happen.
Because I feel like I saw a lot of people complaining, and it was like we all knew the belt was being used right now as a prop. Like it wasn't like not saying he wasn't champion, but we all knew it was leading to the Bloodline costing it. We all knew he was gonna lose it somewhere down the road before Survivor Series.
Yeah,
like we knew that was gonna happen. Didn't think it was gonna be this quick. Thought it was gonna be like at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I guess so. It's still not that far off. It's next weekend.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not that it's too far, but I mean it makes sense because like I said, what if Jey Uso costs the Bloodline the tag belts in the cost of that? Because technically, well, no, that was Jimmy. Never mind. Because I was gonna say Jimmy, Tongaloa attacked or Tamatonga attacked Jimmy, but that was Jimmy, not Jay.
Yeah, they attacked Jimmy, but they just cost him the belt.
Yeah, so that could happen. They have the belts too. Gotta make it even. So that way, at War Games, is not no one's a champion.
No one has a title.
Yeah. So it's just straight up family versus family, and not anything else. So I think that might happen.
Dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's happening. I'm like, whoever wins that number one contender is winning the belt.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if it's Morrison Machine Guns, you would want to make them win clean too. Right, as opposed to having help.
Yeah, but it would be. Yeah, I guess so.
But it doesn't for me. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying like you would want them to have win clean. It's like
Yeah.
something to where
I
like
mean, you could still win clean with having the Usos
yeah
interfere. Could have them interfere with just maybe Solo's trying to help them win and they stop
yeah
Solo. You know what I mean? Like you could do it in a way that it's a good look on Motor City.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like maybe like the Motor City Machine Guns don't see the distractment
Yeah,
from Jay. It wasn't their idea. They didn't tell him to go out there.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
we gotta get Motor City and the Usos down the line too.
oh please yeah. We need Motor City. I mean not Motor City. God versus the Usos too,
Yeah,
which
we're
I'm
gonna get
pretty
that
sure.
very
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that should be if I mean it's definitely going to be Roman Usos, somebody else, maybe Sammy versus um Solo's bloodline.
Damn, do
Um,
you wait for a pay per view for that, or do you?
I was gonna say make that the War Games advantage match.
Okay.
Usos versus God
Ooh, like on a regular Raw or SmackDown. Okay.
in a ladder match, like they've usually done it in the
Okay.
past. Whereas like the advantage is a high above the ring, which is a contract, which is weird. Um,
Never
and
understood.
then yeah, but then they do something like that to where
Okay.
it's like it's big stakes. It's not for a title.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that
Because
way
I was
they
gonna.
face one on one, well 2-on-2.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I was gonna say, do you wait for like a big show like a Saturday night's main event for one of those matches?
But
But it
that's
makes sense,
too
like what you
far.
say, like to do the advantage.
Yeah, because you have the people right there.
Yeah.
Might as well do it.
And I don't think it's too far. I think you can milk that because after the War Games, you can have
Because
them
they
on
have
for
yeah.
TV for a little bit.
Because
So you
Saturday
could
night main
stretch
event,
it, but like
Saturday night main event isn't a premium live event, right? It's just a
no,
house show.
it's a
It's
special on NBC.
okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So it's not like something they could. They're definitely gonna hype it up, obviously.
Oh yeah,
But
I still think that's where Cody and Roman should have their third match.
yeah,
I
probably
think they should main event Saturday night. Like that makes total sense to me.
is
You
Saturday
need a big
night.
match
Is
for
Saturday
that
night a
card.
weekly thing going forward, or just that one night?
No, so what I read, I think they're doing like 4 in the
4?
year. 4 or
Okay.
3. Yeah, there's
Every
like
year
a
going forward, or just
yeah,
this
I
year?
think it's
Okay.
a new deal. So this is like the first one.
Oh, they're all gonna be televised too, or is it just this one?
No, I think they're
You
all
know?
gonna be televised. It's all
Oh,
gonna be on
nice,
NBC.
nice.
Yeah, on Channel 4.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So like how they used to do back in the day. I remember when we were growing up, they did like 3 of them. They were random. Like the first one was really cool. I
Yeah.
think that was where damn, it was I forgot there was like pretty good main events. And then by the last one it was like ah yeah, let's not do this no more.
I mean, they don't have to go like
Nah,
all out pay
if
per
you're
view.
premiering if you're doing this show on NBC, right? Everybody could watch it. You're about to have the Netflix show start. You want a big card to like show
Yeah.
everybody, yo, you watch it for free, come sign on to Netflix to watch us.
I mean, like, yeah, this one, yeah, but I mean, like, every single one going forward doesn't
Yeah,
have to
you
be
make
like the
it big. You
biggest.
make it a big deal.
Okay.
I like the
Okay.
big deal Saturday night's main event. Like looking in the past, there was like a lot of iconic moments. So I feel like you want like big things happening because you gotta kind of have a good card for people to sit down on a Saturday night and just
Yeah.
watch wrestling. I
Yeah, that
mean,
is true.
I do it, but also I'm a wrestling fiend. So, but to get like a regular somebody that doesn't watch it, you gotta
Yeah.
have like big names on it.
Yeah.
So it has to be Roman and Cody. That's the biggest match you could think like I could think of right now.
Yeah, that has to be. I mean,
And that makes sense to lead into Royal Rumble. Because there's no pay per view
in between, yeah.
in between. That it's Saturday night's main event and Raw and SmackDown. That's why I feel like something big is gonna happen.
Most likely. I hope. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be The Rock, something with The Rock and Roman.
Yeah. That's
Um,
what I thought so too. I thought this is
because
I thought
tickets
that's
are
where we were
expensive for
gonna
that
see
show.
Rocky. I thought that's where we were gonna see him. I didn't think he was gonna come back this early and do
Yeah.
his little moment. I thought it was gonna happen there.
Yeah, I guess, but I think they didn't want to wait that long unless
Yeah.
they had something planned for him coming up. like
Yeah,
before then.
but like that's why I thought I was like, oh, that's gonna lead into him having a match at Royal Rumble with either Roman or Cody, and then fighting the other one at Mania.
Yeah, probably.
Man, I'm hyped for that show.
Me too.
But we're like jumping like 2 months. We wildin'.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about the future.
But yeah, shout out Motor
Yeah,
City, man.
yeah. Shout
Shout
out
out
Motor City.
Motor
It's a
City.
cool. I'm happy that they're there. I'm happy that they're
Yeah.
finally made it at least. So
How have you been feeling about the 2 hour rules?
it's been good. I mean, it's not
I love it.
bad. I mean, it's I liked watching it. It's entertaining still.
Yeah.
It's the same old Raw, but minus 1 hour.
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed
I feel like
besides the time slot. But.
Yeah, I just feel like it's less dragging. I feel like I feel like sometimes the 9 o'clock hour is just like promo, maybe
But
a
that's how
2 minute
it's always
match.
was.
Yeah, but that's how it's always been. That's what I'm saying. After the 3 hours, when you cut that hour, you don't have to just fill time. Now you could just put banger after banger. You know what I mean? Like, and hit everything in those 2 hours, and still wanting more.
Yeah, that is true.
Because at the end of these couple rules, I've been like, yo, these are good endings. But is it that I'm not fatigued with the extra hour that I'm just sitting there and like, what the fuck?
Because then I think for the 3 hour Raws, it was like the first hour was good, second hour dragged it out. It was like, all right, this is the bathroom break hour, and then the third hour was just very good.
Bro,
so you just minus 1 hour.
Yeah,
so.
There was a time I would stop watching at 9, and I would go back at 10:25.
Yeah, so I guess
because I knew that's when the main event was gonna start getting talked about. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like now with 2 hours, just one straight through action packed Raw, which is good.
Yeah, I like it. I hate that they're going back to the 3 hour, but I get it. But
I mean, but it's Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Netflix. You don't really have to have a specific time. You can end whenever they want.
No, but they said they're going back to 3 hours,
which is dumb.
Yeah,
they don't have
to
do that. They could just do 2.5. That's completely fine.
They could do 2 and 15. Go to 10:15.
Exactly. They don't have to do 11 on the dot. Finish. Like no, you can finish whenever. It's Netflix. There's no TV schedule.
Yeah, facts.
So unless there isn't, I don't know about it. But
they're gonna be the first thing that's like live every week. Like they've done stuff live, but like stand-ups,
like specials.
Yeah, it's nothing like weekly.
Yeah.
Which I want to see how that goes.
Me
but
too.
They gave them time though, because we found this out last year. Like at the beginning of this year, we found out about Netflix.
Yeah, so it's been a couple of months. It's been a while.
So they've gotten time to figure it out. And Netflix is like $1 billion company, I'm sure.
Yeah. So they
know what they're doing.
Yeah. Switching over to AEW because I wanted to talk about a storyline happening there. BCC versus AEW. That story.
Yeah.
I love this story after last night's Dynamite, this week's Dynamite. Well,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw the off-air clip of Orange Cassidy. Because it pretty much. I want to see if I can find it on X.
I saw a picture of him like screaming at Garcia.
Yeah, that was basically.
Okay. Why is he screaming at Garcia?
Well, I'm trying to find it, so I don't have to say it. Let me see if I have it anywhere around. Oh, I do. Let me see if I can share my screen.
We're sharing screens up in here. Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing something different today. How do I do this? Is it sharing?
Okay, I see it.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Wait, hold on. No, it's not showing full screen. You gotta click exit full screen. Okay, play it. Let me see it.
Okay. But did you hear something? I was playing a little bit before.
Yeah, I heard a little bit and then it stopped. Nah, it stopped because you put it full screen.
Wow, I got it.
Oh, and it sounds like choppy.
Oh, okay. I'll just tell you because the thing is gonna.
So why is he screaming at him?
Because he was basically saying how like he could have stopped the attack from Chuck Taylor. Okay. And he was getting pissed off at that, and then he just basically blame Garcia because he was in the ring when it happened.
Okay.
Um, and then
I
he just
mean,
walked away from the group because everyone was out there, all the baby faces. Um, and then it was just
I mean,
simple
he
as it.
took a little minute to make the save too. So
Yeah, I mean they tricked them. They
come on,
tricked them
bud.
last night.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
you.
he was. It looks like he was hiding as a cameraman too. He was wearing all black.
Yeah, that was dope.
So yeah, that
That was
was
a cool ending. I'm really interested in this story. Like they got me with this story.
yeah. I was like,
Also, the elite
yeah. What are they
BCC
doing?
are they in cahoots together? Because they were just standing on the stage watching,
But it was like the
and
same
the
thing with
camera
the.
showed them, and they were just watching. They
I
weren't.
mean, I think it was last week where they just like watched and didn't do anything, but they were like scared. Like, should we help? Should we not do anything? I don't know. I'm intrigued with that too because like I want to know what they're doing. Because my
Yeah,
instant thought, even right now, it's like they're probably helping them,
yeah,
but they're trying to terrorize their company. So like,
yeah.
what are
The
they
young
doing?
guys, the young
Yeah.
guys.
So that's also something I'm interested in seeing. It's like, what are they gonna do in this?
Because if you think about it, in AEW, there's only a couple of heels right now. It's BCC,
Yeah.
the Elite, and MJF. That's
Yeah.
really all like the
Two heels.
heels. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody else is like, they could be either way.
Yeah. They could. Yeah,
So
that is true.
I think they gotta be in cahoots. Not saying MJF is in cahoots with them, but I'm saying I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Yeah.
the elite are.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my prediction. I think it's gonna come out that they're together.
I think it's this is gonna like slowly. I wouldn't be surprised because I'm also thinking it's like maybe they're this is like because BCC is attacking their company, it's distracting them a little bit.
Yeah,
It's going to distract them. Like maybe next week when Young Bucks defend their tag titles, maybe something happens to where they see BCC and it's like should we or like because my prediction is this: maybe during their match they're gonna show on the Titantron like people getting attacked,
yeah,
right? You would assume that Private Party is gonna go and help because that's their friends, but then the EVPs get distracted. They're the ones that get distracted and they get costed their belts. And then Private Party wins because I don't see Private Party getting split up at all.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. How you felt about that? Because I think they have to win, right?
Yeah, because
I mean, I
it'll
thought
be
they were gonna win at the
Wrestle. You
pay per
mean?
view. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. They have to win because I don't. I think it'll be such a stupid thing to split them up. Like,
yeah,
I get it. Maybe you want to see them individually, but like, they're so good as a tag team. Their characters are amazing. They just got revamped.
yeah. Why would you
So
split
why?
them?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's gonna be a surprise win. This is the surprise because I think we
Yeah,
said that for the predictions that was gonna be the surprise.
yeah,
I think they're gonna do it on Wednesday next
yeah.
week.
They need to. They need to win the belts.
They have to. Yeah, it'll suck if they don't because
Yeah,
they're one of my favorite tag teams. They
then they're
gotta
gonna
win it.
split up, and what are you gonna do with them? You didn't
Back
know
to
what to do with them
catering.
as a tag team. You think you didn't know what to do with them as solos?
I don't know unless
As
like some
solos, I don't even know where they would fit right now.
unless they reunite them like oh two single stars put together. I don't know
Uh
because they would only work with each other if you
yeah,
think about it.
I
You
say put
know?
the belts on them.
Yeah.
I've been
I mean,
calling that for that.
OG. Like I think that the other tag team besides Young Bucks that were signed first.
Yeah,
Um. So I mean,
make
I
the
know they've had
move.
yeah, they could do it. They're a great team.
Yeah,
It builds up a new up and coming tag team, even though they've been here for a while. Same thing with Garcia. I think he beats Jack Perry down the line,
yeah.
and
He has to be the one to beat him. That
yeah,
just makes perfect sense.
because I think the rematch, if the Private Party does win next Wednesday, the rematch is happening at Full Gear, and I wouldn't be surprised if like at Full Gear, Young Bucks win it back.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like I
Damn.
want them to, but it's like
Yeah.
that's where I feel like it's going, where it's going.
Okay. Nah, I would let them keep it for a little bit.
Yeah,
Especially that they pinned them again.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I know Young Bucks pinned them on a Wrestle Dream, but it's like the Young Bucks can beat them multiple times.
Yeah.
No one could say that, you know. Even though they were fluke wins, it was like roll ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn,
Um,
they should have made them the team that the Bucks couldn't beat.
I know.
That would have been so smart.
It's like no one they could beat every other team but private party,
Yeah.
and then that makes them a legit threat. You know,
Nah, yeah, they gotta put the belt on them. There's no other choice. If they split
unless
them
like
up, we gotta
unless
talk with TK.
BCC interferes to where it's double
A
disqualification.
no contest.
Yeah,
That could also happen. I could see that them doing a screwy finish on that. Next week's episode is kind of stacked now that I
it
think about it.
is. It is.
Cause we got
You have
Swerve and Shelton, which I'm so excited, so
Camille versus
excited for.
Statlander.
Yo,
That's one I'm looking forward to.
it's gonna be a good card.
It is. It is. Very
Damn,
good.
shout out to TV specials, man.
I know. It feels like it's been a while since they had a TV special too.
Yeah, cause they've been doing pay-per-views.
True. Yeah.
They've been doing so many pay-per-views.
I mean, Grand Slam was kind of a theme, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like that much of a special, or it was
Don't you
just Grand
dare
Slam.
say Nigel wasn't special, Nick.
No. I mean, like the over. I'm not saying the matches.
yeah.
I mean, like the presentation of it.
No, yeah, I get that.
Visually wise, but
It wasn't
yeah,
made as big as a deal as it usually is.
I mean, it kind of was. It kind of was in a way. But like I meant, like it wasn't a theme like a Fright Night or
Yeah,
the
it's
St.
just
Patrick's Day show.
Grand Slam. Yeah, it's just Grand Slam.
Yeah. Is it really? It's now it's a pay per view, so it's like
Yeah, which is I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's
But the
coming
thing
up.
is, though, I heard that like they're going back to Arthur Ashe next year too. So you're gonna have 2 Grand Slams in the same year, but one of them's a show, I guess.
Yeah, they gotta stop that.
Yeah, just
They
don't
gotta
call it Grand Slam.
they gotta make Grand Slam a traveling thing. They've done it too much in New York. If they do it in New York, they gotta find a smaller venue.
Like where?
One of the smaller. I mean, I know. Don't they have another tennis court that was smaller? I feel like that was
I
like a
think
thing
so.
that they were talking about. That was like, yo, they could just do regular episodes there.
I mean, like they don't have to sell out Arthur Ashe every time.
Nah,
You know?
I mean the setup that they had this year was pretty chill. Like it was dead ass set up like a regular ass arena,
Yeah. So you don't
like the regular stage. Yeah. So I
just
mean,
don't
they could
build
keep
it
doing
up.
that.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, I mean, I love this whole storyline with BCC.
Yeah, I'm interested where it's going. I still don't know.
Me neither.
There's
I
so
don't
many
know.
like, what if this person shows up?
Yeah.
What if this person shows up? So it's like
They're just attacking everybody left
Yeah.
and right. No one gets. I mean, like they're outsmarting the roster, but it's like, what's the end goal here? What are they?
exactly.
They retired Danielson. They're just beating up
They
everybody.
have the belt.
Yeah, they have the trios belts too.
What
Technically,
else do you want?
yeah. What exactly?
When are
What are
we
you trying?
finally gonna find out what else you want?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, they already got. Yeah, they got everything they wanted. What else?
yeah, they're doing the fucking WWE shit. They're dragging the storylines. Like,
Yeah, it's like the
just tell me,
retribution.
man. Yeah, like just tell me.
Yeah, say it. Like we're gonna
Next
find
week
out.
should be the week that they say that something happens. That we find out something.
Because I saw this one video, right, where it's like maybe it's not like a person controlling them or like a motive anymore. It's like they're doing this. Well, storyline wise, they're doing this because they want to take over. But like the reason why Tony Khan wants to do this is to build up other people that's not in BCC.
I
Like
mean, it's working.
yeah, and that's probably the goal. They want to build up Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Daniel Garcia, Private Party. All these guys you see trying to get them out is they're doing well with them.
Yeah.
And that was probably their goal, not to really introduce somebody. I'm sure Danielson was like, I'm fine with that. That's why I
he
want
wanted
to
to go out that way anyway. And what a better way. They dead ass killed him off. Like, like
literally killed him off.
They dead ass killed him off.
Yeah.
Like, I know there was like reports that was like, oh, he might come back.
Maybe as a producer.
Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is his last full-time match. Like, he'll come back for matches here and there, which I believe he would. But now they're saying that his injury is like really bad. Like,
I think he needed surgery or something from what I heard.
So they were like, oh, only if he heals. Because I know, I was reading that he had done an interview and that with the Okada match that he said that he stopped feeling, he couldn't feel his arm or he couldn't feel one of his legs during the Okada match, And right there, I was like, it was like right before the Mox match. I was like, this is his last. That's it.
Yeah.
He's done.
I mean, that just makes sense. It's like you got to spend time with your family.
Nah, yeah. And
Take
if that shit's happening now, that you're
Yeah,
starting to lose feeling and stuff. And he was like, it was in the middle of the match. So like, for that to happen in the middle of the match, I think it's time to call a big dog before you can't feel nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
let's just call it a day. So when I saw that, I was like, I forgot who interviewed him, but I think it was Bleacher Report. That's where I saw it. But I was like, damn, like that's crazy. So it all worked out that that's the way he wanted to go out, and he can contribute to the storyline. Because
yeah,
I still think, even though they're not really, Darby hasn't really been in the picture that much, I think he's gonna be the one to take the title off of Mox.
yeah. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the person. I think they're gonna. It's kind of like the whole. Somebody put it on Twitter that it kind of resembles the NWO Sting kind of character, and when Sting finally overcame Hogan and won the title, like that's the story right there. He can't beat Mox,
But yeah, it does make sense because
so
like
that
now
would be
now
the perfect person to build up and have him go over Mox.
even though Darby hasn't been seen in quite some time, it's like yeah, it's kind of getting built up in a way to where he, like you said, he could beat Mox down the road,
Yeah,
and that's helping. Again, Danielson retiring is helping out Darby in the long run,
yep,
and we didn't even realize it till now.
yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
It's crazy how this whole storyline is just helping build the next generation. It's
that exactly.
helping them help their like core guys that have been there but haven't been like given the right opportunities,
Yeah,
or given opportunities and then just like forgotten about. This is time to raise them up, and that makes perfect sense.
yeah,
Because you're right, like now that you think about it, everybody on that side is like getting built up right now and are
yeah,
in good positions. So
exactly.
it makes sense. I love it.
And I'm excited for that. I mean, I agree with you. I think that Darby should be the one to take the title off Mox
Yeah.
because technically the whole story was him wanting to talk to Darby, which led to obviously him getting the title opportunity taken away from him. He
Yep.
should get it back, right? Like that could be the story. If it's anybody, I would love to see like a Garcia, Hook, Orange Cassidy take the title off of him and win the world championship. But it's like it's centered around Darby to begin with,
Yeah.
you know? And he's also an OG. He's also one of the original members of AEW. So if anybody deserves it now, it's got to be Darby.
Yeah.
And I would be so excited. I mean, you have Full Gear. Highly that's going to happen then. I think that's in like 2 weeks from now.
I think
Maybe at
World's
World's
End.
End.
I think
Yeah,
World's End. I think World's End is where you have him get the title and you start the new year fresh. And you got new champions. You got Garcia with a belt, Darby with a belt, Private Party will have a belt. You start the year fresh with new faces in
yeah.
AEW.
The young stars. Yeah.
Yep.
Then you have the C2 coming up. Maybe someone beats Okada for the belt. It's an up and coming star.
Yep.
Boy, that I'm excited for that too, man.
Yeah.
I just remembered that just as soon as I said it, I was like, C2 is coming up.
Yep.
Um, it showed me. I think it's going to start like around
Oof.
Thanksgiving season, so we got like a
Man.
month for that.
Yo,
Um,
low key, AEW's been pretty solid lately. I'll give
yeah,
it to them. I give it to them.
some
Yeah, there's been
questionable
some
things.
stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
of course. Jericho, we know.
Some,
Jericho's
some.
always part of the questionable side. But I still love him. Shout out to
Yeah,
Jericho.
yeah.
But they've been doing their thing lately.
The
They're trying
women.
with the storyline. They're trying with the big storylines now, and you
They're
can see.
Yeah, their women's matches I kind of question a bit. Like they're
Yeah,
good stories, good matchups, but sometimes I'm like, what are they doing here?
I just think no one knows how to book women's wrestling. I've come to that conclusion, and I don't know why that's a thing.
Because like one
Cause
thing
like
that
they'll
got me,
have their hot spurts of like a couple months. Like
yeah,
even it happens with WWE too. That'll be hot, and it's like, oh wow, like the women's division is on fire. And then like it'll be hot for like 3 months, and then the next 9 is just nothing. And it's like,
yeah,
What the fuck happened? I feel like
Because the thing is with the women AEW Women's Championship, it's like one question I have is why isn't Jamie Hayter going for it?
yeah,
You know, not because I think not because I'm a big fan of her. Storyline wise, she should technically be the next one up
yeah,
because A, she beat Soraya, who took her out of action for a year plus. B, she was the women's world champion the last time we saw her before she got injured.
yeah,
But she should get a rematch. Like I know, unless they're saving her to be the one to dethrone Mariah May, which I understand.
yeah. I think they're
But
waiting for that.
a part of me is feeling like they're also waiting for Tony Storm to come back from her Mexico and Japan run. So it's like, I mean, yes, Anna Jay, I love that she's going for it. I love the Willow match at Wrestle Dream, but it was like, you know, oftentimes I'm like, shit, give it. I mean, We even said this when we did predictions for Wrestle Dream. Statlander's now a babyface.
Yeah,
She could have been someone to go after for the belt. But they give her the TBS one, even though she won that All Out match, which I'm like, logically, I would go after that belt if I were Chris Statlander.
no, yeah, that's a fact.
So, like, I don't
I
know. It was just confusing in a way.
I think they're waiting for World's End for that. I think that's gonna be the match, with the three of them, Mariah, Tony, um, and Jamie. I think that's gonna be like the big match to end the year. I'm hoping that's where they're building to, and right now they just got fillers. Well, not fillers, but like giving
Not
other
big
people
storylines.
screen time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
giving them opportunities to be in the title picture and actually put on a match on pay per view. Like
Because
that's awesome.
then, again, we talked about it. Grand Slam is going to be in Australia. Are they going to make Tony Storm the champion to walk in or walk out as champion? So is that the plan for the women's title right now? I don't know, but
Is that
that's
where we get the one on
February.
one Tony Jamie?
That's what I want to see. But storyline wise, I'm pretty sure they're going to go with Mariah May versus Tony.
I don't know. I think Mariah loses it, man.
That's me too. That's what I'm hoping
I
for
think she
Wrestle
loses.
Dream.
I think she loses it at World's End. I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
that's.
yeah, Brother and
I
Tournament.
think that's
Yeah,
where she's losing it.
yeah,
I don't know to who. I would love to see that triple threat though. Um, and maybe you give it to Jamie then.
yeah,
You let Jamie
yeah.
hold on to it, and then
She has to lose it cleanly to Tony Storm this time instead of having being it through injury.
yeah,
Because if it weren't for that injury, she would have held it a lot longer than
yeah,
what she
most
had it for.
definitely.
So that would be like her. Okay, he finish your title reign. It'll be like 2 months, and then you lose it back to Tony Storm
Yeah,
cleanly this time.
at Grand Slam. Yeah,
Because we were robbed of that match technically.
yep.
Because we didn't get to see that one on one. Maybe we had before that
But
pay per
not
view
for
the belt.
the title.
Yeah. So it's like that could be
I
the
mean,
makeup for it.
yeah. I mean, that's the way to go, I think. But who knows what
Yeah.
they're doing?
Plus, Mariah May is still young. She's got many, many, many years to go. If
Yeah,
it's a
she don't need
2 month title,
a. We thought. Yeah, he was saying
yeah,
this not too long ago that she don't need the title that long.
yeah. Not everyone has to have a special first one. Yes, first impressions count. Yes, but she's. It's not like it's the only title she's gonna hold in the
Yeah,
company.
and she's been doing her thing so far with it. She's
Yeah.
had some good matches with that belt.
Tony Storm
So
was a 3-time women's world champion. This third one was her best one that she
yeah,
had.
that
So,
is true. Yeah,
so it's not always the first one's gonna be the best one.
yeah. I think
Um,
that's the way to go. Have her lose at World's End to Jamie, Tony at Grand Slam, and then if you want to revisit Mariah, Tony, you can after.
without the title or with the title doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Um, but yeah, that's what I would do.
yeah, that makes sense. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah. Another big thing that happened this week for WWE, we're going flip flopping
what's
back
up?
to the other company.
The
A
other
big
company, this guy.
for the for
No, I
the
know what you
company.
meant, but
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
us.
For that side, I guess.
Let's talk about this side.
Yeah. No, but there was a big loss in the company. Samantha Irvin
Yes.
announced that she was leaving the company.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that? Because that caught me by surprise.
Surprising as hell, especially with the
Yeah,
big deal that they've been making about her.
yeah.
But shout out to her because that means she's doing something big.
Because yeah, from what
Usually
I
when people
read,
leave, they always blow up.
yeah, from what I read, she'd been wanting to leave for like a year, and then she gave them like a
Okay.
heads up, like a notice, like yeah, I'm leaving now,
I'm out of
type
here.
of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure they left off on good terms. I'm
Yeah.
sure that she's probably gonna make an appearance here and there, but I think she wanted to do other things.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever
not
she
ring
got was
announcing.
probably like, nah, we need you like ASAP.
Yeah, like they probably wanted to lock her in. Like we need you for Netflix. We need you for this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, too, they brought back Lillian,
Yeah. I
which
saw that.
well,
Shout
you're
out
not happy
Lillian.
for that.
Shout out Lillian.
Why aren't you
She,
excited for
she
Lillian?
got her time, man.
Yeah, but it's Lillian. She's good.
Yeah, she's cool.
I was happy that she was back. I was
Nah,
excited.
it was cool, but is she like full time back?
I think so.
Oh God!
Why?
Shout out
Why don't,
Lillian.
I'm tight that you don't like her, man.
Nah, I'm fine with Lillian. I just think give somebody else a chance.
I know, but she's got a good voice. That's what
Who
I
does
miss.
NXT right now?
Mike Rome.
Yeah, make the call.
I mean, they needed somebody anyways,
Call
so
him
someone's
up,
got to step
man.
up. You
Yeah,
know. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's. I think it's for the meantime. I don't know if it's full time, but she's going to be at least for now going to be seen weekly until they
got you.
find somebody, I guess. But I like Lillian. I love her.
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
happy
shout
she's
out
back.
Lillian. I was just when I saw her, I was like, the fuck? Okay,
I
I
mean, they probably. I
forgot.
mean, I don't know how far in advance like they Samantha Irvin told them that she was leaving. So maybe they're like, oh, they couldn't find somebody, so they just went with Lillian.
Yeah,
That's what I'm guessing.
yeah,
Um,
most definitely. They were just like, who's reliable? Fuck it,
yeah,
call Lillian.
that was awesome though. I
Nah, yeah,
miss
it's
hearing her
dope.
voice. It's I know it's all reliable, but it's like she's iconic. You know, she got a good voice,
It's the
a lot of big
classic.
moments.
Yeah,
I'm happy she's back. I'm sad that Samantha's gone, but it's like great replacement. You know,
yeah, she out of here. She said, peace,
no,
homie.
no. Uh,
Did she announce where she was going or not?
she didn't say what she was doing specifically, but she said I think she wanted to do other things.
Oh, okay. She's
Um,
definitely doing something in music.
Probably
She's definitely doing that. That was my once I saw that report, I was like,
it's
she's
music.
going to do something in music. Yeah,
She's gonna sing, make
yeah. Because
albums,
I don't see her like on like a lot of them go to like ESPN or a news
but she
channel.
she wasn't even like a sports analyst
That's what I'm
beforehand.
saying. Like I don't see her doing anything else but like music if she
Yeah,
wasn't doing WWE.
because I think she was on like one of the talent shows
Yeah,
for
so that
singing.
makes
Yeah,
yeah. She's definitely doing music then.
probably.
Shout out Samantha.
Um, yeah, shout out
And
Samantha.
shout out Lillian for coming
Thank
back.
you. Give her her flowers. Give her her flowers.
Shout out Lillian, man.
But I
It
mean,
was
yeah,
just awkward. I was like, what the fuck? Because that was my first thought. I was like, who does NXT? Like, just call that.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's what I thought too. I mean, like, I was like, why not just call up that guy? But I guess they need him down there to
yeah,
be. You know, imagine putting Lillian in NXT. You know,
that'd be kind
because
of dope.
they.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah, but I would rather have Lillian on Raw. You
yeah,
know, in a way. So, maybe it'll change somehow. I don't know if it's 100% permanent. I think it's just for now she's being
yeah,
on Raw until they find someone else
yeah,
to do ring
probably.
announcing. Because maybe Mike Rome is the going to be the Raw guy, and then someone else in NXT.
Make
You
the
know,
call, man. Let him get called up.
yeah, made the call, made the call. But yeah, rest of the best for Samantha. She was awesome.
Yeah, facts. Shout out
Sucks that she's
Samantha,
leaving,
man.
but she gotta do what she want to do.
Yeah, facts.
Um, do you watch
Question.
any? Well, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
No. I
I
was
was gonna
going
say,
to the
have you been
topic.
keeping up with NXT?
Oh yeah, NXT.
Okay.
Yeah. Were you bringing up something or?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you been not like how
I saw
what do
this
you
week's
think of it? What
episode.
do you think of the move to CW so far? How are you feeling about the episodes?
I think it's cool. I mean, from what I've watched, it didn't seem to change much. I'm liking the Stephanie. I'm watching it again because it's Stephanie and Julia, but it seems like they're doing good.
They're a tag team. Well,
I mean,
they
they're
tagged together.
they're tagging for now for the story, but
Yeah,
um, I'm loving it. It's a great way to introduce both of them.
yeah,
At the same, I thought they were going to introduce Stephanie later down the line, but I guess they wanted her to start now, as soon as possible.
yeah.
Which is cool because my thought is I think they have a PLE Sunday. Um, I think because I remember I think Stephanie has a title shot
Okay.
next because she called next after the Julia Roxanne match. So she's pretty much next in line for the title.
Homie just showed up and said, "Yo,
Yeah, like
pass me the ball. I got next."
yeah, yeah. Pretty much what she said, literally what she said. She was like,
That's
I'm next, but
that's
I feel like
fire.
she's gonna be the one to. I think I said this a while back. Julia versus Stephanie at the Mania show.
Yeah, I think that's why
So
they introduced her so early, so that they could use her to hype up that show.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be Julia walking in as champion and Stephanie beats her then, but I think it's gonna be the reverse now.
Okay,
My theory is that I think Stephanie's gonna beat Roxanne. Then down the line, Julia's probably gonna turn, and that's gonna set up a heel Julia versus face Stephanie
gotcha.
at that Mania
That
show.
would be fire. Yeah,
Yeah, either way, it's fire, but it's like I think that's why they're doing it now,
yeah.
like that.
Nah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but did you see this week's NXT? Did you
No,
watch
I
the
did
end?
not. No, I did not. How was it?
It was good. It was good. There was one little issue that
What happened?
I had. You know of Delta, right?
Yes.
Um, so one little thing is that they changed her name. She doesn't go by Delta anymore. Her name is Zoraya, Zaria, Zaria.
Zarya?
Yeah, Z A
They
R
should
I
just call her Zelda if you want. Like
A. Yeah,
you
probably
might
get
as
tons of
well.
lawsuits.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, but that's her name now. I mean, I
Okay.
guess like Delta with the airlines and
They
shit.
didn't want
Yeah,
trouble. Yeah, I
because
get that.
if you search up Delta, you're probably gonna get the airlines first
Mm-hmm.
over her.
Yeah.
So I get the name change. But Zaria, whatever you say it, I don't know. Maybe it'll kick in and I'll get used to it eventually.
You'll
But
like
it is
Zelda
what it
after
is.
a while. It'll be alright.
Yeah,
Once you
yeah.
get used to it.
But the thing is that what they did though is ever since they moved to the CW, because before the CW when it was on USA,
Yeah.
they were ending like a little bit after 10. They would run overtime. They'll finish when they finish.
Okay.
Now they're finishing exactly at 10.
It's a hard
Once
cut
yeah,
time. Like
once it's 10, next show's on.
yeah, like 10
Um,
o'clock news. Where your kids at?
yeah, we could yeah. So that's the thing. So on NXT this week, they aired a promo mid show.
Okay. Yes, I did see this clip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they aired it saying with the end of the vignette said Zaria
Yeah.
debuting at Halloween Havoc. They just showed the Halloween Havoc logo. It's just Sunday. Um and so everyone thought, oh, she's debuting Sunday, right? All of a sudden, 9:59 p.m. There's people fighting in the ring, attacking this whole bunch of people. All of a sudden, the vignette pops up again. Then at the top of the ramp, there she is. But then they show her, and then from literally 1 second to another, next show. It was like
Fade
she
to
just
black.
got like yeah. Like yo, you said Sunday. You
Yeah, I
said
saw that
Sunday.
clip. Yeah.
And then
That
they had to
was
post a full thing on social media. And I'm like, well, you waited till the last second, literally, to
yeah.
fucking show her. Could have waited till Sunday, you know?
Yeah, you could have done that on Sunday. That's
And
wild to
that's
end the show like that for a second
yeah.
and then go into the 10 o'clock news.
And now it's like she debuted during the
So
news. You know what I mean?
yeah. Damn, that's such a
So
bad moment.
I know. I
Not
mean, it's
bad, but
not.
like it could have been
Yeah,
better. It could have been
yeah,
better. Damn,
yeah.
they should just wait
They
for the pay per view. They should just the
exactly. They
PLE.
messed
My
up on
bad.
that one. They messed up
Yeah,
on that
they
one.
should just waited.
Yeah,
Or
and
did
that
it maybe 9:58? I don't know.
oh, exactly. Yeah,
Could have
they
done it
if
earlier.
they knew they were running out of time, just end it. Like, just
Just
say,
cut
hey,
it. We're like
yeah,
cut it. Fade to black where everybody fighting.
yeah, and then it just everyone's standing in the ring, everyone's out, and
Because I'm
then
sure
that's it.
nobody was expecting that. Everybody was just
Exactly.
fine with the show ending
I,
like that.
I turned it off before she debuted it because I didn't know what was happening. I was like, okay, it's
Yeah, it
the
was like,
show's
all right, that's
over.
how it's ended. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just did that.
It's all right. You
3 days,
missed a
a couple
second. It's
days.
okay. That's
Yeah, I
funny as
mean,
hell.
sucks that she had to. I'm hoping she'll debut or re-debut again on Sunday because like
Yeah.
they said it. They showed the logo and their vignette.
Yeah. So
So
does she have a match or like
no, that was the thing. I was like, what were they gonna do originally? Was my question. Maybe they would have some, or they are having something. Maybe like a
a
segment.
squash match?
I guess. I guess. Maybe her debut match is again in a squash match on Sunday,
Maybe, yeah.
and they give her the proper time. Then it's like, yeah, now we have to see the full entrance. see what she's like.
And not on Twitter.
Yeah,
I get to watch it on my TV. That's funny, man.
that's
Said, oh my
like
gosh, she's here. On
then
the 10 o'clock news, up
yeah,
next.
that's
Up
what it was
next.
like. That was literally how it was like. I'm like, oh, you see her, then the news was on. I'm like, I thought my remote was broken. I'm like, who's this channel? But then I was like, no,
That's
that's
funny.
the next show. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just felt
Yeah,
bad
that's the
for her.
only thing that sucks with the hard stop. That's
Yeah,
the only thing that's tough.
I guess they were used to like, oh, we run over a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, it'll
They were
be
used to
alright.
that.
CW doesn't. They
Yeah,
won't cut us. They cut them. It's like, homie, we
yeah,
gotta get to the news. People gotta
yeah,
miss the news.
yeah. They gotta know where your children are at 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
like come on.
Yeah,
How am I gonna know the weather? Not
yeah,
like we have apps on our phone.
yeah. Exactly. It's not like we use X for sure.
Yeah, like come on.
Um, but
That's
yeah,
crazy as
that
fuck.
was weird. I felt bad. I'm like, come on, guys, you could have waited for
Yeah,
something.
damn.
That would have been a
Hopefully
better
they'll
thing.
recover from that. They'll
Yeah,
recover.
yeah.
That was
She'll be
just
fine though. She'll
yeah,
be
we
fine.
forgot about it already. It's okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't the debut.
yeah. But yeah, sure.
1 second is crazy.
I know. But I'm glad she's there too. I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen stuff of
great
her. I've
pickup.
heard.
Yeah,
Um, I know she's very big in Australia, so good for her. Uh, good for the company, and she's seems to be a good wrestler. I've seen highlights, so she seems
yeah.
to be very good.
They
And
they got some name power in the women's division in
they are.
NXT.
They're killing it over there. Because I
Yeah,
think we discussed it. I think Julia and Stephanie are good for like whenever Roxanne and Cora Jade go to the main roster, the next
yeah,
ones. Even if they get called up next year, they got to build up people and have like, big names out there. I
yeah,
think Delta could or Saraya Zaria could be the next one to carry the division after Stephanie and Julia are gone.
yeah.
So
Definitely. I'm just I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like, but that's why I can't watch. I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait for them to come to the main roster, and then
yeah, that's when I
I'll
find
see
out.
what's up. Yeah, we gotta be each other because I'm like, yo, I don't see like the way that I see some of the women. I'm like, I don't see your character fitting like with the main roster. But then again, I can't. That's why I began expectations high, expectations low. With no
Yeah,
expectations, look at me. Yo, example. Look at the Mets this year. Had no expectations. I was not disappointed when they lost
yeah,
because we shouldn't have been there. So you have
exactly.
no expectations. You can't be disappointed.
Exactly. Yeah. True. True.
But they kill it in the women's division. So
They are.
hopefully when they carry over to the main roster, it's lit.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. That is true. And I'm excited for that. But yeah, it's pretty much.
What else happened? Anything else happened this week?
What can you think of that's happening?
Nothing big. I'm trying to think.
So do you want to just get into what I wanted to?
Oh
The
yeah, let's do
game,
it.
whatever. Yeah.
Let's
So
do it.
it's not.
I forgot about that.
I don't know if I want to call it a game because it's not really a game. I guess
Okay.
I'll explain. So in I didn't tell you what I was doing because I didn't want to like think much about it until now.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
it's so in other sports they're trades. You know,
Yes.
obviously team trades somebody to the other team.
Okay.
We don't see that in wrestling.
No.
Um,
Which we should.
yeah, but
I'm
it's
a
like
big advocate for that.
but it's not like because it's not like WWE has Raw and SmackDown. Those are
Yes.
like two teams in one organization. So
Yes.
you know AEW doesn't have that, and it's like imagine like the NBA trades to like some other league. You know that wouldn't make sense. You know.
Trade to the
Um,
Shanghai Sharks, baby.
yeah,
See ya.
yeah, yeah. But like it you know we don't see that in wrestling,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to do here is see I've come up with a couple of trades
Okay.
between WWE and AEW specifically, just them two.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell you some of them. I've only have 6 so far. I may come up
Okay.
with more. And then I want you to do is tell me whether you think that is fair for both companies,
Okay.
not fair for one of them, and then your reasonings why you think it's
Gotcha.
fair.
Okay.
So okay, yeah. So my first trade, I have WWE sending over again. Like when you think of these, don't think as if they're all happening at the same time.
No, yeah, yeah.
Like eventually, over time, they send these two.
Yes.
And then, so the first one would be AEW receiving from WWE Ilya Dragunov in exchange for Wardlow. Do
Mm.
you think that's a fair trade? Yes, no, maybe, and why?
I think it's a fair trade because they don't know what to do with Ilya. They, I think they like even when they called him up, I don't think they had a like they don't know what they're gonna do with him, and it
Yeah.
was just like fuck it. Like you saw how fast they gave us him and Gunther. Like that shouldn't have happened that quickly.
Yeah.
Like they would just try and rush that match to get it in because why? There was nothing else for him.
Yeah.
Now you put him in AEW, a clean slate, a clean roster, some familiar faces, some faces he's never seen before.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect because now you trade Wardlow, AEW ain't got nothing for him. They ain't got
That is
nothing for
true.
him, especially with this whole. Oh, we didn't talk about that, but shout out Adam Cole coming back with
Yeah.
the random bone in his foot from some random person.
Yeah.
Um, which side note, I saw the greatest tweet yesterday, when it came out that he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a donated bone," and somebody said he has to do a storyline where he's a like legit baby face, but keeps super kicking the good guys because that bone is evil.
Yeah, that
I
is
say,
got the
you know
cube.
what? You got me. Hire this dude. But yeah, they got nothing for him, and they were starting to build it up, but now they
Yeah.
can't really do that storyline because everybody switched sides. Now MJF's the heel, Adam Cole's the baby face.
Yeah.
They can't really use the Wardlow storyline no more. Send him to WWE. They need a big guy like that. I
Yeah.
think that trade is 100% perfect and equal on both sides.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah,
I actually like that trade a lot.
yeah. I mean, that's why I
It
thought of it. I
makes
was like the
sense. Yeah.
perfect two guys to receive them, but it's not like a loss type of thing. It's a
No, yeah.
win-win.
It's a gain for both. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Second trade I have. We just mentioned one of these guys. WWE will receive back technically Adam Cole,
Okay.
and AEW receives Kevin Owens.
Ooh.
But the thing
Um,
is, keep in mind, uh, no reunion for the Mount Rushmore.
yeah. Damn. Um,
Do you think that'd be fair? If you think of it this way too, if you were Tony Khan or Triple H, would you accept it?
yeah, I would on both sides.
Okay.
I would on both sides because I feel like it's not like AEW is losing a little bit. I think the person that loses here is WWE, but like not for long. Because
Okay.
once they reintroduce Adam Cole, come on, there's so many matches you could have with Adam Cole in that roster.
Yeah. But
Like,
it's just Adam Cole. There's no
yeah,
Undisputed
no,
Kingdom.
yeah, yeah,
They're staying
no,
there.
you're good with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
That's all you need is Adam Cole. Not trying to shit on any of them, but like, if you're gonna make Adam Cole work in WWE, he's Adam Cole. Like, you can't
Yeah.
put him with nobody that he's Adam Cole. Um, but they are losing an old reliable in Kevin Owens. They
Yeah.
go to him whenever they need a good match, whenever they need somebody to make the champion look good, whenever they need a new person to look good. He's their old reliable. But it would like they're getting Adam Cole, so they'll be good. AEW losing Adam Cole doesn't really hurt them because he was injured for so long he hasn't really found a spot where
Yeah.
he's at the top yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like seeing him back is like, oh man, like finally we're getting a Adam
Yeah.
Cole AEW run. Like, because even when he was doing like the last run he had, it was kind of like in and out because of his injuries.
Yeah.
So like at least now it's like he's healthy, but also he's not in a big position that if they lose him, it's the worst possibility. But also you're gaining Kevin Owens,
Yeah.
so you can't really be too
Like
mad
you
at
said,
that.
reliable. So
Yeah,
it's you're getting someone you can
and
rely on.
again, a fresh slate, matches he hasn't had in a while, reunions, new
Yeah.
faces, people he's seen in the other company. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a even and fair trade.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
smart.
not mad at it. Like they're both losing something, but they're also both gaining something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is a win lose, but most of it's winning
Who would win
for
that
both
trade
sides.
if there was a winner on that trade specifically?
Mm.
Who would you think? I mean, there's no
I
there's
would,
no loser, but like, who would you
yeah, I
say
would
would gain
say
more?
AEW because Adam Cole is younger than KO,
You mean
right?
WWE? They would gained. Yeah.
Yeah, like WWE wins that because
Oh yeah.
they
Yeah.
got a younger guy, they got rid of a older guy.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
But you could do a lot with KO.
That is. Yeah. That is true.
Think about like Osprey.
Oh. Yeah.
That
That's a.
alone is like, okay, you got my
Yeah.
attention, bud. Him and
Yeah.
Swerve.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Eh,
Yeah. A lot of people there that you don't.
yeah, you could just go him and we haven't seen him and Mox in a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we would be getting Mox and Steen. So it would be like, oh shit, like
Two different versions
yeah,
from
these
10 years
versions
ago.
haven't met each other yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's stuff like that. So I think WWE wins it in the long run,
Yeah.
but AEW wins in the short run. Because you still got to build up Cole again in WWE. I feel like once KO shows up, he's Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
you got to kind of introduce Adam Cole again. Even though you don't have to, but like, you would want to. Because it's been how many years? 3?
Yeah.
But also, he
Probably.
was
Yeah.
only on NXT. He never even debuted on the main roster. So you got to kind of do like a whole introduction.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you kind of started from square one with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But after you get the ball rolling, he's good. Because it's Adam Cole. Come on.
Yeah. That is true. That is. Yeah. I mean, it's Adam. I feel like at this point, people know who Adam Cole is, even
Yeah.
though you don't watch AEW. So
Yeah.
it's. I don't think wouldn't be that much of an introduction. I think people would remember who he is, even
Yeah.
if they haven't seen it, or haven't. I'm sure there's still black and gold NXT fans somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's more introducing him to the younger audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kids that haven't watched him or watched the old NXT. It's like he's coming from the other side.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
AEW is like, you're back in the indies, Kev?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's 2 different vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Yeah. But yeah, I would say the same. I think
it's a fair and even. Yeah.
So yeah, I have like 6 more.
Okay.
6 more. Next one, it's technically a 2-for-1 deal.
Okay.
WWE would receive from AEW Britt Baker.
Okay.
AEW would receive Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But just them two, not the whole Judgment Day.
I'm trying to think. I think that's a okay trade. Because Britt's done everything
There.
she could do in
Yeah.
AEW. But also, I don't know with Liv and Raquel. That actually is that's an interesting trade. Now that I'm like thinking about it.
Like, let's say if it's like that trade went through.
Yeah. And you got Monet.
You think AEW got robbed or?
Nah, I think if anything, WWE gets robbed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think WWE gets robbed. Because I think Raquel is a superstar. I think Liv is a superstar. I do think Britt's a superstar. But Britt's not the best on the mic. And in WWE, kind of got to be nice on the mic.
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
I'm not trying to talk shit on her because I hate public speaking. So
yeah.
shout out to anybody who cuts a promo.
Yeah.
But you know WWE, It's more storyline based, more promo based. She's giving us good promos, but some of them are iffy. You know what I mean? Like,
I see. Yeah, I see where you're
so
coming
they
from.
could do something with her. They'll be fine with her, but I think they lose a lot with Liv and Raquel.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially then, if you gotta think about it, they're breaking up the Judgment Day. If they're coming in with their same characters too, that's a big loss because their characters are perfect, especially Liv's right now.
and what does Dom do? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You're
Yeah,
losing shit because
yeah,
you lose two great women wrestlers.
yeah.
You kind of take out Dom's whole story because it's always him and
Him and
some
somebody
shorty.
else.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah,
what is he gonna do?
yeah.
So his kind of loss is all upon that. Now also what happens with Judgment Day?
You got to find some other shorty for Dom,
You
I
know,
guess. Yeah,
is she gonna keep them together the way that Liv kind of fucking got them
does
all on her side and was like, "Yo, we gotta do this."
she reunite with
Remember how they
Rhea?
treated y'all like shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
She works perfect in the Judgment Day. That's why losing her breaks that hole up. That now has nothing for Dom to do. I don't know what you're doing with Finn if you break up Judgment Day right now. So
oh,
that's why I look at that as like WWE's loss. Of
yeah,
course, like I said, their characters are great in the ring, and you don't really have two superstars like that, two women like that on AEW. So you know what I mean? It's not like you're bringing somebody with a similar gimmick or something.
yeah, or yeah.
There's no one over there that really has kind of those gimmicks. So
I guess
like,
Julia or Sky Blue, I guess, but
kind of, but like,
yeah,
it's not established as much as Lives is.
yeah, yeah. That is
You know
true.
what I mean? So that's why I look at it as more of a loss for WWE. Not saying that them getting Brett is a loss, but you are losing
Losing
two
to
two
yeah,
big
big part of your
key.
storylines
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I didn't think
Yeah.
of it like that when I
So
saw
right
it.
now it would be a loss for WWE in the long run. I don't know. Like
I just thought
let's say the trade happens like in a year when no one's doing nothing. I don't know who wins that trade.
yeah, because I was
It all
thinking
depends how they perform after, I guess.
I was thinking like Britt got to get out of AEW.
Yeah, she's done everything she could.
Yeah, she's got to get out of there.
It's
So
kind of like the Lucha Bro situation. Like
yeah,
that's why people are like, "Oh man, good for Tony adding on." It's like,
yeah,
bro, first of all, he probably added the days because of Conan's ass, because Conan got a
yeah,
big mouth. It was like, word, cool, I'm gonna add these days. But he knows they've done everything. Like,
yeah,
you weren't gonna resign them, and that's okay. Like, that's like when certain superstars come up in WWE that's like, oh man, like, I wish they would go back to the indies because I know they have like one last run in them. But also, they getting paid pretty good, man. If I
yeah.
got a contract extension, guess what? I would stay my ass too and be in catering, twiddling my
Just
thumbs,
chilling.
fucking
Yeah,
kicking it. Yeah,
yeah,
fucking kicking it.
yeah. True, true. Good points. Good points. Next trade. This is kind of random,
Oh, I
but
like this one. I like random ones.
it's a two for other two people.
Okay.
WWE will receive one of them returning back to WWE, Malachi Black, just Malachi, and they will be receiving Hologram in return for Austin Theory and Carmelo Hayes.
Oh. Ooh. I think that's a win for AEW.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's a win for AEW. Um, Hologram. Shout out
I feel
Hologram.
I said the Hologram because I feel like he'll get booked better in WWE. Like they would know what to do with him.
I don't think so because he got the mask, but he's not Spanish, so they can't throw him in the LWO. So he's just
He is
like,
Spanish.
is he Spanish?
He's from Mexico.
Throw him in the LWO, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, I mean,
Wait,
yeah.
he's dead ass from Mexico. Hologram.
He came from AAA.
His name is Hologram. That was his name in Mexico.
No. It was somebody. It was somebody
Oh,
else.
okay,
They
okay. Because I'm
revamped
about to
him.
say that's
Yeah.
not real. Like,
I forgot
Triple
his
A kind of name.
original name, but they revamped into
Ah,
something
okay.
else.
I thought it
Yeah.
was just some masked wrestler Tony loved.
No. Tony Khan created this whole thing for him, but
I
they used the
gotcha.
AAA
Yeah,
name.
it's still a win for AEW.
Okay.
You're not really doing anything with Malachi. Hologram be having just random matches, not really like doing anything. You are right though. He'll probably be booked better in WWE. I see him booked better in NXT.
See, probably yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, for Theory and Carmelo, they win that
Yeah.
AEW
Okay.
because those are the size of their champions. Those guys you could push, you could do anything with them.
True.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, not saying that like like they have
They're small
smaller
and everything.
champions,
Yeah.
but like there hasn't been a champion yet in AEW that is like
Roman Reigns. Or
yeah, like a
yeah.
Brian Cage or something. And we've seen Brian Cage get beat. You know what I mean? They haven't built up like a monster. I don't know, like a mon. You know what I mean? They haven't built up like a monster.
Yeah.
So having Carmelo, look at the champions. They had Swerve, they had Brian, they had Mox,
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes, and Austin Theory fit in there
They would fit. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good
get
points. Good points.
Hologram out of here.
Yeah.
Yo, homie's been in purgatory on Collision. He finally got his debut on
yeah.
Dynamite, got a pay-per-view match. He's doing things, man.
Yeah, he's doing things. He's doing things.
Yo, he's such a random character. He's such a creative character.
It's like it's something you make in 2K. It's like, oh, hologram.
Yeah. With my brother, every time we talk about AEW, I call him Suicide. I'm like, he's a video game character. Get that guy out of here.
Makes sense too. It makes sense.
I'm surprised he hasn't been on the AEW game yet. I'm surprised they haven't been like, yo, you want to play as Hologram?
I'm sure people made him in 2K.
I'll be like,
so
no, thank you. I'm real cool on that.
But yeah, next trade.
Man.
Shout out hologram. Yeah, shout out hologram.
Keep doing your thing. That was a dope ass pay-per-view match.
Yeah, it was cool. Next trade scenario, we have a 3v3 trade. WWE would receive The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. AEW receives the Street Profits and BFAB.
I guess that's an even trade.
Okay.
I guess it's even because
even
you really got both of them doing like a whole lot of nothing right now.
That yeah, I guess so.
And the Acclaim, they kind of need
a fresh start in a way.
Yeah. Like they've done their thing, they're doing their thing, but like they need a fresh start somewhere. So I think that would be actually good for them. And so do the Street Profits. They actually they gotta go somewhere that actually wants to do tag team wrestling.
Okay.
I think they would fit perfect there.
Yeah.
Especially with the style that they have.
They'll go crazy in it. Yeah.
They'll be good. Yeah, like the matches they would put on with the guys in AEW right now.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That would be good. Yeah, I'm cool with that trade.
And then, I mean, the Acclaim had more of the entertainment side, so they would fit perfectly right in there.
Exactly.
They would have to be a little bit more PG,
promos,
you know.
Yeah, they could cut promos and stuff. So it makes sense. You got Billy Gunn with them. It's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, you got some good trades, Nick.
I know.
I'll they're really like stacking up like perfectly. That's like, this is fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read two more. And then I'll finish there. This one's a 2v1 deal.
Okay.
I personally like this one. WWE would receive, I guess, in return, Deonna Purrazzo. AEW would receive, this is probably going to be a big one, both Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade.
I think that's actually a good trade. I think that's a really good trade. I think WWE would know what to do with Deonna.
Yeah,
they
now
would book her. I think they could book her better. Yeah, exactly. now that they know what they can do with her, because I think they didn't know like their limits with her, but now that she left and she TNA, AEW, like you AAA, you've seen what she could do,
Yeah.
and now you kind of got now you could kind of get a writer on her and be like, all right, we know what we could do with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roxanne and Coral
Big
is
losses.
also a good move
Because you got two.
because
That's your future right there. You lost two of your future stars.
you
That's the
did
thing.
lose two of your future stars. You did lose two of your future stars, but you gained one back that you don't even have to build up. You don't have to put as much work into building Deanna than you would have, like on the main roster, than
Yeah.
you would have with Roxanne and Cora.
Yeah.
And sending them to AEW, the fans already
Know who they are.
know who they are.
Yeah.
Roxanne was killing in ROH. They saw what Cora Jade could do. I think that's, and now you got two young women and a roster that you already have a bunch of young women that now you could build on top of.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have such a young roster, like young women's roster. Now that I think about it, AEW.
Yeah. They do. They have a lot of young ones.
Yeah,
So it all add on to that.
yeah, you build it up like that. That's how you get the longevity, baby.
Yeah.
That's actually a
So
good trait, though. Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I like that one. I like that one.
yeah,
Last
that's a
one.
good one.
Do you think it's fair on both sides? Fair
Yeah,
on
I
both
think it's
sides?
fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. I'll read off because you're went over a lot.
Sure.
WWE would receive the entirety of the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White, Colton Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Juice Robinson
Whoa.
for the 4 members of Legado del Fantasma, including Electra Lopez.
Whoa. Damn. I don't want to see the Bang Bang Gang go, but Legato needs a fresh start. It's gonna be a loss for AEW at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a loss for them. But again, they never put them in a position for Bang Bang right now because it looks like it's getting there. That they're starting to care, get behind them more. But they haven't put them in a position where like Jay White's in the title picture, and you know what I mean. Like them leaving would not affect anything so much. But as a unit, they're so good and entertaining. That's great for WWE gaining them, especially someone as charismatic as Juice. I know he was there before, but again, he was young. They didn't know what to do with him. I remember he broke Kevin Owens' nose on the first night.
Yeah.
So like now he went to Japan. He's been all over the world. He's been in AEW. You've seen what he could do. It's kind of like again with the Deanna. You saw what he could do. Now you kind of have a better understanding of how you can book him and how you can use him and the rest of the group. Because now you also got the Guns. You know what I mean? You got that's Billy's kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could run with that. You could do a lot with them. So WWE wins this in like short term. Long term might be AEW, depending on how Legato does.
Yeah.
Because Legato does need a fresh start.
They do.
They need a fresh start. And I think that's the perfect spot to do it.
Yeah.
AEW.
Great for
them. So it would be a loss for AEW at first. In the long run, it might turn around for them.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
I would say it will turn around for them if it would to happen.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it would just be a heavy loss at first. Because you got to remember, Bang Bang is very entertaining.
They are, yeah.
So
super entertaining.
Yeah. So you're trading the entertaining for super serious group.
Yeah.
But you also don't have a group like you kind of have a group like that, which
LFI.
you could go up against. Yeah, you could do that. There's a lot of things you could do with them that leads to championships.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So much you could do with that. But that was it.
Yo, give it up for the Nick guys because that was great trades. Those were like perfect trades.
Yeah.
There was only a
Yo.
couple that was like, but I could see how it could
Yeah.
help both. But
Yeah.
most of them were great trades. I would make them.
They were, yeah. I
Damn,
mean,
shout out you next.
hopefully, next week it's Crown Jewel, so we're probably gonna do predictions for that.
Oh yeah, Crown Jewels coming up.
Yeah.
Champion versus
champion. We'll talk about that next week.
But that belt
maybe
doesn't count.
Yeah, maybe down the line, whenever we do something like this, you come up with trades for me or something different.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. We
But yeah, I just thought about that just in case.
Nah, that's awesome. I like that. That was dope.
But yeah, I guess if we could wrap it up there. Again, episode 180, the Ring Fanatics podcast. Nick, Joel, and we'll see you guys next time.
Catch you.
Yeah.